So the front row get down? So maybe
Are we actually on?
Yeah, I'll be seeing
down,
you.
right?
BJ, we need Wayne here with you.
All right.
guy went right from my heart.
Good to go.
Coming live, direct to you from the original site of Dover Drag Strip. It's Reunion Party, January 10th, 2009. Now, we gathered a whole bunch of guys here. For all you fellas that couldn't make it, it's snowing. And the track used to be back there someplace, but the only thing left is the old office. There it is. Some excavating company's there now. We don't know. But this is the way you started your day. You drive in here, head to the pits after you went to the tech lanes. Now, we have assembled here quite a group of old Dover farts. Now, we're going to go from that way to that way, and they can tell you who they are, where they came from, and where they're going next. But anyway, Dino with you on another weekend in Wingdale. And by the way, this is the first time in about 36 years I've stepped on this place, and my goodness, the memories are just unbelievable. So let's start over here. Name?
Okay. Bill Flynn, 67 GTX convertible, big block Dodge Dart 69 from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
And you raced here when?
67 through 73.
Did you ever win?
Absolutely.
How many times?
Several.
Who'd you beat?
I can't remember the guy's names anymore. He was a red GTX, 68 GTX, Harry somebody. Goes for the trophy.
Vinny.
Yeah, Harry.
Gary Schmerdick, the Storm King Racing Team, originally out of Cornwall, New York. We raced here from 1963 when I was 9 years old until 75 when I went in the Air Force. My dad and I stopped with a 67 Hemi GTX 4-speed car. The guy over here to my left is the one that got us started.
I'm Bill Schmerdick. Started here in 63, raced for 7 weeks, got 1 trophy. Bought a 64 Dodge Max Wedge, raced it here for 2.5 years, had 52 trophies in 2 years. Got out of the Army and bought the old Black Arrow, raced that for a year, mostly in Connecticut. Built the Clone, raced that at Dover, forgot how many trophies I got with that. And then I ran Pro Stock for a couple of years, all up and down the East Coast. That's my story.
This gentleman that we skipped over in.
Well, actually, I'm kind of insignificant here. I'm just a street guy that brought his street cars. His name is Doug Fairbanks out of Poughkeepsie. I had a 65 Mustang I raced here, a 68 Camaro SS convertible, 72 Nova SS, 68 Cougar GT, 55 Nomad. I had a lot of different cars, but none of them were really race cars. They were basically street cars. No trophies. Just a lot of fun.
Some things never change.
Who's these guys? Hey, you know who this is? These guys? That's the grandfather of Dover. If it wasn't for him taking Chet to Montgomery, there never would have been a track. And then he's still the grandfather, because him and the Grove are running the reunions. And by the way, sneaky, there will be another one.
Right. God bless you.
Tell them about you.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know.
My
Henry
name's
J.
Mark
Smokey Mastriani. And I was here from the beginning up to the end of 65. And I don't know what else to say. And I never came back after that. The kids were getting bigger. I had to go with them.
You both have impeccable taste in automobiles, like you say.
I
He
had
still
a
has a Henry J.
51 Henry J with a 426 Max Wedge in it.
One of the first workers at the track,
Right.
became a manager.
Right.
This is the first paid customer of Dover Drag Strip. Still got the ticket. He was the one in the story you can see on the website about sleeping in the trunk, and then he got him to work for him.
Mm-hmm. And I worked on the tech line, and Ceruzzi was here. He didn't want to work. Sack showed up, and he worked on the tech line down here with the gassers, because he ran the gassers. I ran a 60 Corvette here, a 59 Pontiac, 60 Corvette, 39 Buick, And I own a 63 Plymouth now and a 63 Dodge. And still doing the Dover reunion till you guys put me under there.
Al Lindsay, raced here in 68 and 69 with a 68 GTO, never won. A young lady in a 63 Chevy wagon, 409, would beat me all the time, top end, but I had a hell of a lot of fun.
Vinny Lyons, raced here from 66 to 73. Had a 57 Ford with 427A modified production. And in 68, we got a Mustang Cobra Jet, which I still have originally. 728 miles on the car, still in the garage. Raced here for a couple of years and beat by the guy with the red car all the time. So he knows who he won against. So don't be bashful, just say it.
Okay, hi, Billy Masiello. We raced up here from, I think, 1970 until they closed. We ran a C Dragster, Masiello and Janeway. Then we were later called the Kool-Aid Kids by Dino, and we ran Comp Eliminator. My son BJ Masiello, following in my footsteps, races Top Dragster. It was a fun ride at Dover. I can't remember having more fun in my life, but this is the greatest. Thank you.
How are we doing? I'm Pete Steger, originally from Nutley, New Jersey, moved up to New York State. But from 1962 to 64, my partner Bill Novotny and I ran a big gas Willys called Baby Cakes. Later on, we had run a 57 Chevy C modified production. Did pretty well. Of course, we made the tour all the way around, but Dover was close by once we had moved up to Kingston, New York. It was a situation, like I said, the idea was a lot of fun at the time, and it was a situation that I look back at it today. I only wish I could go back to that, but this is about the closest you could get, and it's always dear to my heart, this place, and always will be. I think for everybody here, it's a great place to race, and basically once you got to know the guys, it was just like family. And I appreciate it all, and it's a situation putting this thing together. I think we're all enjoying it, and hope it continues. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bill Bartolomeo from Pine Plains, New York. I ran 1969 through 71. I ran Mr. Willys. It was a 38 Willys coupe with a Hillborn injected 394 holes. Ran B altered with it. Had a lot of fun. My most memorable moment was one day I was on the line, went through the other end, and the clevis pin came out of the brakes, and I went all the way down the other end, shutting the motor down and shifted it, and went down to the swamp, but didn't go in the water. But luckily, I'm here to live about it, and I always miss this place, and it's just great to be here. Thank you very much.
Mark Jenkins from White Plains. Always been here since almost the beginning, probably the second weekend. Didn't beat you, Grove, but probably got here second weekend in 61. I was a junior in high school at the time. Started out with a 58 Chevy with a 348 automatic and moved up. When Bruce Hertel got the job with Chrysler, we started doing our Mopars, and we continued with Mopars right the way through. With Jay Broderick and Walter Hall running all the Mopars through 62, 3, 4, 5, 68 darts. Everything else kept on going, and right now, still just as crazy, running a 65 Plymouth with a Bowman Fromage.
Yeah, Peter Maple never actually raced here, but grew up here. From the time I was probably about 9 years old, my uncle had the Beeline A-Gas supercharged Willys. Then I started hanging around with the Let It Fly boys, the Terenzio brothers, and I'm still with them. We run Alcohol Funny Car now. Thank you.
Paul Bayorenis. We used to run a B Street Roadster Jeepster up here, 62, 63, 64, and some guys from Middlebury, Connecticut. Nowadays, my son Vincent and I run the Dover website, Tribute Willys, 34 Willys, with my friend Video Bob, and just coming back to have some more fun.
Jack Carl, Yonkers, New York. I came up here the first time when I was 14. An older friend drove me up to see the Thunderbolts run, and used to come up with Charlie Castaldo and Billy Casey. That's about it. Happy to be here.
How we doing? Les Mattis, Yonkers, New York. Untouchables Auto Club. We're here, cars and all. Got to get the bag too. Okay. Started in 61, ended in 72. Started running gas class, found out it was much cheaper to run altered. Needed a lot less stuff on the car, and that's the way we went. And ran a pretty successful car. And it's just great to be here. I don't recognize any of these old farts. I don't think they recognize me either. That's why I put all the cars on the shirt. Maybe they'll recognize the car. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, Bob, you're up.
I got two people here that just pulled in. This is legendary history. You know who this fella is. That's the big Bob. And we got the little Bob. We're talking generations. The man that came here in '61 with a funky old streetcar. Tried to make a fiberglass front end. Put the battery on the trunk. What the heck was he thinking? How fast do you go now?
325 miles an hour.
325 miles an hour, 45 years later. Introduce yourself, Bob. Tell them all about it.
Yeah, this is my son Bobby Jr. I'm Bobby Sr. And we own two Top Fuelers. And my son Dominic. They both got their Top Fuel licenses. And, we're still racing.
It's cool to see the history, that's for sure.
This is,
Well, I got a history for you. Your father drove down Mamaroneck Avenue in White Plains in the Plymouth, and Sachs and I was in my '50 Chevy with a caddy in it to Stepanek High School, and he pulled up alongside of it, him and Cousin Louie. And we looked at each other and go, damn, that ain't stock. The light turned to green, Grove, we're out of here. We took off, went down the street, we stopped at Milkmaid, went up on the thruway. Well, I shouldn't say that. We got on the thruway. Anyway, we got on the thruway. We were 1, 2, 3, and I blew the clutch. Your father was history. Sachs and I are sitting here like this in the middle of the thruway, and Sachs goes, "Bro, that guy's backing down the highway." Your father backed down the highway, pushed the Chevy off the entrance ramp, towed the car to Sachs's house, and that's how we met. Been friends ever since.
We got history here. We're so glad that all of the guys could make it up. It's January 10th, 2009. This track opened up in 1961 and closed in 1976. But why are we here? Some tracks are just pay and play. We are family. We have come back home to hug, to memory. We're going to share later on. And it's snowing out. We're heading back to the old Sam's, just like we did after a day at the track, and do what we do best. Bench race. I don't know about you guys, but it's a little cold out here. I'm going to call this race day closed for bad weather. Let's head to the shack.
That's the old home.
Like the room sticking up above, where the school buses, we walked up the hill, up there where the rock cuts were. On the left-hand side at the end, it's from there, maybe 50 feet out is still pavement, and then it's dug out, and it goes downhill all the way down to the end where the drain goes. And then some of the return road is there to come back around. When you stand on the bank and look down, it's like, holy Christ, it's like 7,500 feet down. Because they dug so much of it out.
There was a pond.
Yeah.
Now that thing is gigantic. It's acres back there.
They said they were digging and they pulped into something and it just filled back up with water. It's big, yeah. Yeah, on the right-hand side. Yep.
Stand on your father's
Pavement was there too.
Last time I was here,
Tell them when you race, what you race, and what.
I raced Jim Bellino. I raced at B Altered and D Altered Anglia with Fred Speed Shop. One regret I have is I spoke with Fred earlier today and he wasn't able to make it, but he sends his regards and says to say hello to everybody.
Great.
Freddie England, yeah.
He's coming up for a reunion this year.
There you go.
Help sent to me. He called me too.
They never die. Is it out?
Never changed.
I can edit it later. I have with me the daughter of our ace starter, who we miss so much, Al Populatus, who he was the starter here for how many years?
About 10 years, I think.
About 10 years. Tons of pictures of him. What do you remember best about Al, the ace starter?
Just, being a great guy and everybody asking about him and all the pictures that they have, and just, you know, always being here on Sundays and never doing family stuff. So,
if it wasn't for Al,
oh, yeah.
none of the cars would get down the track.
That's
it was up to
right.
him to say it was okay and tell us in the tower to bring down the lights. We finally got him his own little push button. He could do it himself. Al was such a great personality. All Al ever did was smile and be happy and enjoy it so much.
Yes, he did enjoy
and
his
Al
life.
is one of the real personality landmarks of Dover Drag Strip, and we're so happy to have you here with us so we can remember him.
Actually, the day I came home from the hospital was the day that the track opened up.
My goodness.
Was the day, because my mother complains that he had to hurry up, kept telling her to hurry up so he could get back here to open the track up. That was May of '61.
Well, it's a long time, but we're glad you could make it for our little reunion party we're having, and we remember Al. He was our favorite.
Thank you. Thank you.
You on? Here I am at the original level of the land. As you can see, just this knoll to hold up this pole like was in that field trip video. The whole ground has been lowered 15 to 10 feet. They tell me over 3 million yards of gravel were pulled out of here. That's how valuable the gravel was compared to how valuable keeping the track running was. So you'd have to picture what you're looking at as about 10, 15, maybe 20 feet higher, and then that's where the track was. It's all been dropped down. The only thing that remains is the old office, this pole, and a big, I guess you'd call it a crater, where the track used to be. And it's all gone, taken away in dump trucks. So Dover Drag Strip, I guess, is the underlayment for a whole bunch of driveways and highways someplace. So maybe that's nice that somebody's still driving on it. I don't know, but it is just so amazing to stand here, and I can't even imagine where the track was. Of course, on the field trip video, you can look way down and see that the shutdown area is still there, but it's almost indistinguishable where the stands were, where the track was, where anything was. Those buses down there appear to be where the tech lanes were, and if you remember, the tech lanes were lower than the pits. Now the buses are higher than where the track was. Just amazing how the landscape has been totally changed. Anybody that was never here and drive by would never know in a million years that there was a romping, stomping drag strip with thousands of spectators, 3 to 4 to sometimes 500 cars racing here. It's just absolutely amazing to see how time warpy it is. Dino with you on location. Wingdale, New York. I guess I'm standing on the last bit of the pits here or something. I don't know. And of course our ace videographer, Video Bob, just about ready to fall down. There he goes. I love it. And there's the last pole. One of the last poles. Amazing. Just amazing. The Klan at the former Sam's, former Jeans 1900, now Jason's. It's Oklahoma week, I'm telling you. You want to point some guys out? Let me point some guys out. Let's see. Casey. Bill Casey. Hiding behind the pole.
Video!
Hide behind the pole. Andy Panessa playing buses. There's Yolan. He's the one that put the YouTube videos on YouTube as gold.
Don't blame me for that.
Uncle Bob. Paul. Uncle Bob.
I like that car.
Lee Valentine. Al Lindsay. Doug. Phil. Hold it. Wait. They have name tags so you can see. I don't. Oh, turn around. Look at this. This is Skip North with the old Pepsi trophy. What year was that?
I think 64.
You think?
I think.
If they put it on it, it would have been nice.
1964, because Doc Burgess won one with his A-Stock automatic put it on
I don't know. What do you got? Wow, keep going. Keep going. Uncle Smokey. Hey, Brian. How are we doing? That's Travis Story. Just a bunch of guys here. Bobby. Uncle Bobby. Look at the name tags. I don't know.
They don't have names. Some of the smart guys put a name tag on it.
The way it did it, you do. I mean, it wasn't really tire shaking. It was actually starting slow. It didn't even shake. When it just shakes, you can catch it.
Well, you can tell by listening. That's hard to tell.
At Epic, I thought it was at Edmonton. I thought it was shake. I found it. It was small. So they blew the tires off again. And the other guy was having trouble. So I kept trying to hold up. And I finally let it fall down.
Yeah, lean, rich,
There you go.
That's his old shirt.
Good spot.
Good spot. All the way down.
See, this how we had a snowstorm, and most of our ODF Hall of Fame award winners either didn't show up or went home early. We will now take it out of the bag here and award our first annual ODF Hall of Fame award to these two guys.
All right.
And you're going to have to trade off. I'll be putting the logo up there. You can have it 1 week at your house. And you can have it another week.
Wait a minute, I thought you two lived together.
Oh, yeah.
Only on Saturday night.
First annual ODF Hall of Fame award from the website Smokey and Grover. Let's hear it for them. Yeah. And all the other guys didn't show, or the snowstorm that's out there, ladies and germs that are watching this through the wide world of the internet. Not here. They will be getting theirs in the mail, and we'll post it who they are. One more round of applause. Grandpa Grover and his nephew. Here, please stick around here, make it official. I'll get you on your way if you guys got to go.
I thought you did that, all that hand lettering.
Oh, there you go. Can you get that?
Take care.
You got a glare in your hands.
How you doing?
We want to thank you for coming.
Thank you.
There he is, right there. There's the man.
Brian's here.
Brian, get up there. Right.
And conned me into coming up.
I said, get up there. You belong there.
That's
the
it.
voice of the track. That's it.
And it was good to see you.
It's good to see everyone.
Many years.
Don't know how many times I'll be able to head on north, but
well, during the summer it won't be bad.
We don't snow.
Come get me. I'll give you the directions.
What'd you say, 37 years?
37 years. The first time I've been in this building and over at that location where we videoed before.
37 years
So
ago.
should I call you Dad? Because that's how old I am now.
You ever notice there's always a smart ass in the crowd?
Every group.
It keeps the old ticker going, that's it.
I call you son, but you're not too bright.
That's
Brian,
We're not keeping track.
our self-appointed track historian. If it wasn't for his enthusiasm about a lot of this stuff, it wouldn't just happen. And so we got to.
Right.
Here he is. Get in there.
We want it, Dino. Come on, one time for the guys.
Dino.
Attention in the pits and other parts of your body. Gentlemen, it's time for eliminations. The staging lanes are now open. Lane 1, A stock. Lane 2, B stock. Lane 3, C stock. Lane 4, D stock. Lane 5, E stock. The modified production of the gas in the lane behind the tower. And you guys in the hot car pits, all through roadsters and dragsters, get ready. On the tower side, 427 cubic inches Rat Motor Chevrolet. On the spectator side, 396 Chevelle. It's countdown time as Al, our race starter, pushes the button and they go down the track at unbelievable speeds. Terminal speed at the end of quarter mile, 124.34 in lane 2, 126.9 in lane 1.